Okay, so interestingly, we are in the time of Aquarius, and Aquarius, if you're looking at the zodiac, Aquarius and Leos are 180 degrees from each other, so they're at the opposite wheel of the zodiac, okay? So for Aquarius, for example, the time of Leo would be very problematic for them just because there are a lot of oppositions, and then vice versa. For the Leos in the time of Aquarius, there would be a lot of oppositions in the sky. So this is not going to be the most um, conducive time for you to start new things, and for you to get others to come around to your way of thinking, just because of the very strong heavy air and Aquarian energy. Okay, so the way I'm looking at this spread in general, I just feel that this is the time in which the sun is furthest away from you, your sign. Therefore, your energy, your stamina, and just your ability to persuade and your luck in general, everything is just not um, is not going to pan out the way you would hope. Okay, so it's going to be a very problematic month, but let's see the energies involved so that we can navigate this month. Okay. So from the get-go, I do have the Strength card, and this is definitely your card. This is a Leo energy here. And the major arcana, the 1st to the 12th, represent a sign of the zodiac. This is your sign right here. And energy is definitely diminished, and also as well your will, your drive, and also your ability to get others to think your way is going to be greatly diminished. And I feel like in this situation though, it's not wholly a bad thing. I just feel that there are a lot of pentacles and a lot of wands here, so it's a situation where you have to compromise with people. You have to work alongside a lot of people, and they're not going to see things your way. Therefore, you have to change your technique and your tactics in dealing with other people. So the Strength card in reverse is not like a bad card. If this is, just dealing with the energy that you've put on the table, and that you've resorted to in the past to get others to see you, I feel that you're going to be less pushy this month. And if it's not coming from you, then the external environment is going to basically hold you back from being very pushy and from asserting yourself, which is not a bad thing. So, with that Mercury in retrograde, we're going to have to examine the things we've been doing, and also going back to the drawing board and redo a lot of the problems that we've gleaned over in the past. So this is not a terribly bad thing to do, okay? Getting this card in reversed, okay? So for those of you who are single or coupled, there is a very strong energy. This is a very supportive person. It could be a male or female, an earth sign. So a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. And in this situation, I'm sensing a very Virgoan energy from this person. So male or female, that is the person to turn to for wise advice, for, that boost of confidence, and for good counsel as well. She or he is very level-headed, and she or he will actually, give you some of the strength and the emotional support, just the virtue of their stability. They're going to help you through this time. Coupled with that, we have this Justice situation. It is in the reverse, so it's not somebody, or it's not a situation that is going to play out in to your liking. And I feel that a lot of people around you have been have been like, you've been fighting people around you. You've been trying so hard to get them to see your point of view, and it's not coming out that way, okay? This is also the card of Libras. If there is a Libra in your midst, just know to ditch that person because they are not good for you, all right? So if you're ever in a situation where you're choosing between a Libra and an earth sign, go with that earth sign. That Libra person is very flighty and is very dishonest and is looking out for number one. They're not looking out for you. Okay, so that's how that energy can play out. And I just feel with that Libra, they promise a lot. They're very childish and they're just very what is that word? They overestimate their abilities. So I just feel that they're gonna leave you hanging. They make promises that, you know, they'll be there, that they'll be your support system, and then through it all they leave you hanging. Okay, so don't trust this person, that Libra person. Instead, choose that earth sign because they're a lot more stable. And then also, yeah, like I mentioned, so you know, new money making ventures are going to come in. So I need you to be very careful about how you approach this. If you're in a partnership, choose that earth sign. Do not choose that Libra. Libras are actually very good with partnerships, but they tend to take the back seat and let you take over, and they leave you hanging. So they're very indecisive. They need that other person to be in a partnership with them, just so the other person is like shouldering the weight and the responsibility. So it's not going to be a 50-50 type of relationship. They're going to just leave you hanging to fend for yourself. So, you know, don't take them at face value. They're not in this spread anyways. In this situation, they're operating on the negative side of a Libra energy. They're going to leave you hanging. They're not going to pull their weight, okay? So please be careful with that. If you're ever involved in a relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, or any type of a transaction with that Libra, just don't trust them. Okay, so this is a situation here, and it's going to play out pretty much throughout the month, just because the energy is so centered, like right in the middle here. And it's a situation where you have to work at things, okay? In the upright position, you have to work at things. In the reverse position, you are so frustrated because there are so many blockages and just annoyances that block your progress. So like it feels almost like every step of the way you have to consult somebody new. There are always like roadblocks to your road to success. And I'm telling you now, you know, just February is when the sun is furthest from your sign. That's why your progress are not you're not making consistent progress. You feel like all the roadblocks are the difficulties, and you just feel like things should not be this hard, okay? But hang in there. Things will pick up in March. And I promise you things will pick up in March when we're in a different sign. So it's just, you know, with the Aquarian energy, with Leo being the opposite sign of Aquarius, even towards like the 20th of the month when the sun is out of the Aquarius or constellation, things will look up for you, okay? So just take it easy. You know, have a sense of humor about it. I know these blockages are really frustrating, but it's just the way it is. And I mean, Aquarius will suffer in your sun sign. So, you know, in the time of Leo, in your time, the other opposite sign will suffer. So this is just the way of the universe to balance out, you know, to balance out the good luck and the bad luck. So just think of it as your run of bad luck, and things will pick up on the 20th. And I know that's not the most comforting thing to say, but trust me on this. The sign opposite from you in the zodiac, for any sign, they will feel the frustration when the sun is opposite their sign. So this is just, you know, energy that is cyclical, and it will cycle back around. So ride this month out. Don't get so frustrated. Don't abandon projects. Please don't, especially in the time of Mercury in retrograde, because you will really regret it when the Mercury is out of its that shadow period. You will look back and with regrets, okay? And I know that things are going to be frustrating. You're putting in so much work and you're not reaping the rewards, and you just feel like people are just all over in your business and overstepping their boundaries, and just it's a very frustrating environment. And I understand that, but you have to ride it out, okay? Additionally, so There's also this person is an authority figure as well. So let me see the rest of this here. Okay, so I'm going to read this person as you because of the strong fire energy, and it's between the two loads of just the frustration, what I call, like, this is a load of frustration. This is also a blockages of, manifesting, doing your work, and, seeing it pay off. Okay. So, I'm going to read this as a person, and this is representative of you, the Leos. Okay, so you're not operating at your best right now. Leos are extremely honest, extremely loyal, extremely dedicated as well. And I feel that wedge in between these two really horrible cards. Well, not extremely horrible. They're mundane cards, but they're just, I just feel like, another thing, Leos are extremely courageous too, and they have a great sense of humor about things. Fire signs in general have a very good sense of humor that gets them through life. But in this month, I feel almost like you're at your wit's end and you don't know how to move forward. And I feel like it's going to be a situation where you see him looking this way and he's thinking about taking the easy way out, which is abandoning the project and making a run for it. So please, please don't do that. You're going to regret it. On top of that, we have the situation in which okay, so this is also possibly coming in the end of the month, and you know that people have not been truthful with you, and you're coming to light with new information. Okay, so it's this situation here. If this is coming up where you come to light and you have like total access to accurate information where you can assess things and people honestly, and this is coming in like in the middle of the month, please ride it out until the end of the month before you choose to abandon this project. I feel that you are very, very tempted to. You're just looking this way. You don't even care about the work that you've invested. You're just looking this way like, what's the easiest way for me to extract myself from this situation? Okay, I'm going to drop this entire project or, that person or that relationship. So if you come to light with new information that you gauge to be very accurate and it would allow you to drop that project, if it's coming in the middle of the month, still wait it until the end of the month. If this new information is coming in the end of the month, and I feel that the way the cards are laid out, there's a strong possibility that it is coming towards the end of the month, which will allow you to abandon it and find something else and get yourself into a new situation, then definitely yes. But I just feel from the 1st until possibly the 20th of the month, you're not going to have full access to information until the last week of February, okay? It's just the way the cosmic energies are playing out right now. You're going to be kept in the dark until the last week of the month, and you're not going to have the full revelation that tells you who to trust, who to rely on, how to proceed, and what to leave behind. Okay, so I know that it's a very overwhelming and very intense 3 weeks, first 3 weeks of February that you're going to have to deal with. But please, please, please be patient. Strength is also about being patient. Okay, being very, very patient. And inaction, inaction is as powerful and as potent as action. All right, so just know that this energy is coming in early on to tell you to ride it out. Okay, have the strength, the fortitude, and the patience to ride out this month. I know it's going to be a very intense first 3 weeks, and you're going to be very frustrated. And with your work environment, with all the people around you, on top of that, we have this family drama coming in as well. So the 10 of Pentacles, it's also, a card of like total completion, financial stability, family stability, emotional fulfillment, and all of that. Like the whole 9 yards. It's a happy family life. In the reverse position, so the people around you that you deal with on a regular basis, the people in your midst, and this is a family situation, they themselves are giving you a hard time. So I just feel like in the midst of it all, you're going to feel really, really deflated. But okay, just have a sense of humor. Retain that childlike, that forgive and forget, aura and just positivity within you to get through this month, all right? And the energy itself, I feel like towards the end of the month, you're going to have full information for you to proceed, and then you would know how you want to proceed, what you want to leave behind, okay? It's still going to be a very difficult decision, but by that time you will have all the information that you need. Okay, so not an overly romantic month. Be very, very careful if there is that Libra in your life. Okay, be extremely careful. And if you make decisions, please, please, please wait until the last week of the month. And I know it's going to be grating on your nerves for the first 3 weeks, but the last 3 weeks is when you come to full understanding. You have all the information at your disposal, so you can leave whatever it is behind. All right, just ride it out and wait until the end of the month. I hope I provided some insights to help you through this month. I know it's going to be rough, and I'm very, very sorry that you have to deal with this really frustrating sets of energy coming through. But just know that, in your time, Aquarius would suffer. So in Aquarius's time, it's just, the way the cosmic energies are playing out, it's going to be hard for you just because the sun is furthest away from your constellation, and it's furthest away from you in the wheel of life, is essentially in the natal chart and in the wheel of life, okay?